Hey guys, and welcome back to Martial Arts in the Life. I know it's been a few weeks. Been busy, took a little vacation, took some personal time, recharge the old batteries. Anyways, today's another episode of Thursday Thoughts, and I decided that I would tackle kind of a strange subject in the martial arts, and that's limits. So, to give you a little bit of a backstory on that, I had a friend of mine message me a few weeks back, and he was a martial artist, and we trained together for a while, and he really wants to get back into it, and he really wants to compete again and kind of get back on that level. And since the last time he was training, he developed a heart condition, and so he asked me, he's like, do you think that given my limitations, should I compete? And so we talked about his condition some and what he was going through, and ultimately I said no, I don't think you should compete. And he's like, but I want to push past my limits. I want to be more than I am. I want this. I want to be able to do this. And for me, being a martial artist, and him being a friend of mine and everything, it's real personal, and I feel really bad for telling him that, because I didn't want to crush his dreams. I don't want to crush anybody's dreams in the martial arts. If you're here and this is what you want to do, by all means. But as a martial artist, you have to know your limits. And a lot of people argue, well, isn't the point of martial arts to push past your limits? And that is true. That is true. But as a martial artist, especially one that's competing, you have to know what your limitations are. You have to be aware of those. You have to be able to look at yourself reasonably and be like, I don't have the cardio, or I have a problem with my heart and I can't do a 5-minute round grappling or full contact. I've had a history of concussions. I can't take any more damage there. Or I'm just not strong enough. I don't have the training under my belt to do something like this. And we have to be readily aware of those limits. And it doesn't mean that they are permanent stops for us. What it means is that you know your limits, and then from there you set goals to surpass those limits, to do better, to be better, to be the martial artist you want to be. But that starts at knowing those limits to begin with. Even I have to acknowledge that. Right now I'm out of shape, I'm overweight, I haven't been training in months. The last thing I'm going to do is try and go step in the cage, or sign up for a grappling tournament. Instead, I'm like, hey, that's something that's beyond me right now. That's a limitation, it's a wall that I've hit, and from here I need to set goals. I need to start training. I need to start running. I need to start working out. I need to start eating right. And I have to set those goals to surpass limits. It's not a cartoon. It's not, oh, hey, I can yell really loud for 3 episodes, get a new level up, and suddenly I'm going to win the match. That's not reality. Reality is I'm in the 3rd round. I'm gassed. I'm against a much bigger opponent because I'm not at the weight that I want to be at. I don't have the cardio I need to have. And I get beat on pretty badly. That's the reality. And we have to accept that that's reality. And we have to know that that's going to be the reality. So my advice to every martial artist out there is know yourself. Know your limits and be reasonable about them. Know, hey, I can do this, or hey, I can't do this. But don't push past that point. Not without training to do so. Not without putting in the work necessary to do so. Limits can be broken, but limits cannot be broken without goal setting, without training, without putting in the work. Otherwise, you're going to end up hurt. You're going to end up undertrained. And in a lot of combat sports, that can lead to permanent injury up to and including death. So make sure you know your limitations and what you're doing. And that's all we have for Thursday's Thoughts. I'm going to try and get back to filming videos regularly. Like I said, again, I'm sorry about the delay. We took a vacation, and I've been busy the last few weeks, so we're hoping to get back onto that. Also, I plan to still start bringing in some interviews. I have a couple planned, some individuals that have a good background that I would like to meet with, and probably do Zoom based interviews with them. I also want to start doing some Technique Tuesday videos with all the gyms just finally starting to get back open. It's been a little hard to find a place where I can do that right now, but once we have that squared away, that'll be coming down the pipe. All right, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and all that fun stuff, and we'll see you next week.